I can remember Radio 1 DJ, Mike Smith, simple name, ordinary DJ. I remember him being a great DJ, but I remember him being very popular. I remember him in 85. I must have been just about to go for my year out before I went to universities, watching a regional, because I'm from the Midlands, folks, show at tea time sort of area or time, not area, time, when there was a music show on. That often happened in those days. And I remember him introducing Michael Hutchence and INXS, who were about to play, and saying, not jokingly, actually, to Michael Hutchence, get your hair cut. Maybe it's meant as a joke, but it didn't seem to be. And he has got a neat hair, he had very neat hair, Mike Smith, and was very popular. And Michael Hutchence famously didn't, and INXS were about to become very popular because they played What You Need. Hey, great. What you need, what you need. And it made me go out the following day and buy this album. I bought it. I had the same thing when I watched Terence Trent D'Arby, who was deputising for somebody else on the tube, not the conveyance, the programme, the tube. Same thing, I went out and bought the first album and didn't regret either of those purchases. This album, though, from 85, is overlooked. I think the early INXS albums sound different. This is a segue album when the funk and the rock came together, and the next album you've got in 2 years' time is Kick. So that's got all of those big new sensation on it and all of that. I Need You Tonight. But this has got great tracks on it. Listen Like Thieves, the title track itself. What You Need is just so funky with the sax and all of that. And it's come out now. It's a 30 years. I think it is 30 years. 40 years. Blimey, yeah, 85, 40 years. Maths was never my strong point. And it's got loads and loads of extras on it. So the extras I'll talk about in a minute, but the album itself is fabulous. It's not all great. Nothing like Biting Bullets, which just seems to bang all the way through. But this time will be the last time that we will fight like this. Shine Like It Does, big hit and a big live track for them. You've got some great funk here. You have some great funk here. You know, 1x1 is just extraordinary. There's even the instrumental Three Sisters, which is funky too. If you don't know this album, and you should really if you're into, I'm not saying like a teacher, you should know it, your pupils. No, if you're into funk and rock and funk, you should know this. It's the album they had to make, so they were able to make Kick. Now, that's the album itself, and it's been given a 2025 Sonic Sheen, or Shine Up, or Polish. So it is, everything jumps out of it, which is great. It's on the tip of your tongue now, or the tip of your cochlea, or the tip of your cochlea, dear. So anyway, what we've also got are some sort of demos, them talking to each other in the studio. We've got bits and bobs of, a lot of them are called Funk Song 11, Funk Song 9, that kind of thing. And you've got demos which sound pretty much like the actual finished product. You're not going to get to know very much. They do explain why some songs were, like Listen Like Thieves, the meaning of the song. They do explain that. So there's snippets of interviews, which is lovely actually. Some of these, studio demos, one by one. Even on the studio demo, that's beautifully done. It's blarting. I say 1x1 before I mean 1 by 1, don't I? But we've got alternate takes and studio jams that became. We're not talking about Sly and the Family Stone here. But the songs you can hear, so it's not as if it's a revelation at all. But hearing those songs again, I've only just heard them. I want to hear them again because I love it. And we've got different versions of things like a longer version of Listen Like Thieves, which is okay. It's got bits of extra drums on it. It's a remix version for a 12-inch. This is 1985, folks. You've got What You Need, which is another home demo, and that is really down and dirty. Very, very nice. So you will find stuff that the whole thing's warm and welcoming. The songs shine through, shine like they do. And then you've got a live set at the Royal Albert Hall. Now, it doesn't sound like this is just the best live album I've ever heard. They do have a live album, which is bloody great. This, though, sounds like they are playing well within themselves to show you just how good they can be. And yet, tracks like Soul Mistake and Burn For You, Do What You Do, just so funky and so alive. Original Sin is beautifully done. These are really rampaging, beautifully done songs. You don't get screaming teens here, which you will get when Kick comes out, won't you? You know, people screaming at Michael Hutchinson's every move and all of that. Hutchinson's every move. But things like One on One, beautiful One by One, should I say? I keep getting it wrong, don't I? Listen Like Thieves, really well delivered. And What You Need is beautifully delivered because it's even dirtier, folks. It sachets around. Then we've got stuff like Begotten. Now, these are tracks that were B-sides and that kind of thing. Begotten is a tea dance. It's a tea dance. I'm Over You is a dance floor filler. It's sleek. I can understand why it's not on the album. It doesn't really fit. But it's sleek and it slides and it's beautifully done. It's very... Well, actually, it's more 90s. But it sounds great. And it's a great, great package, this. It's just great. I don't know what the packaging is like. I assume it's fantastic. But I wouldn't I? Because I love this album. Listen to it. Go and have a listen again. If you've loved it, and like I have, and we're not as acquainted as you should be, reacquaint yourself, because it's time you won't regret. It's brilliant, this. It's the album they had to make Kick. And I loved INXS after that, not before this. I don't love them before this. But I love them, I love this, I love them after this, and I miss them. This just shows you how good they were, and also how good they could be. Ta-ta.